Okay, in this video, trigonometry part 7. Sorry, it's part 7. Let me try to do some, again, 0, or let me put the 0 over here. 0 degrees, 90 degrees, or pi by 2, right? 180 degrees, which is pi. 270 degrees, which is 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi, which is 360 degrees, right? Let me in this video try to do some these formulas: cosine minus theta, sine minus theta, and tangent minus theta. For sure, the sign of cosecant, secant, and cotangent follow the signs of cosine, sine, and tangent. Okay, let's start with minus theta, then let's do cosine. Pi plus theta, sine pi plus theta, and tangent, right? Pi plus theta. Okay, also cosine pi minus theta, sine pi minus theta, and tangent pi minus theta. We need those formulas, and whenever they come, we directly have to know the answer without even see if we are memorizing them or not. It's not matter of memorizing. It's just we analyze on the figure, right? Pi over 2 plus theta and pi over 2 minus theta. Let me put it here. And sine pi over 2 minus theta, cosine pi over 2 minus theta, and tangent pi over 2 minus theta. Let's see. Again, all students, right? Try cheating. Let's see. When we say minus theta, we always start from 0. Minus theta means I have to go acute, where theta is acute angle for sure. I have to go acute angle down, right? Clockwise to the negative sense. So I will be in the cosine portion. Cosine portion, this means the cosine stays as cosine theta, and the sine and the tangent will be both minus, right? Pi plus theta, it's a pi means 280, and plus more the acute angle theta, so it will be something like that. I will be in this portion, so the tangent is the only positive, and sine and cosine will be minus cosine theta and minus sine theta, right? Let's see pi minus theta. Pi minus theta, we go counterclockwise, and then we take theta from it, right? We subtract theta, which means we go backwards to the negative sense. So we will be in the sine portion. This means the sine is only positive, right? And the cosine will be negative cosine theta, and the tangent will be negative tangent theta. Now the sine, let's do the sine pi by 2 first. Pi by 2, we have to be careful here, because pi by 2 will change the arc from sine to cosine, from cosine to sine, and from tangent to cotangent. Pi by 2 means 90. So when we go pi over 2 means only this, what will happen? If we were on the x-axis, right, which is cosine, and we went pi over 2, so if the cosine, the x-axis, which is the cosine axis, becomes on the y-axis, now we are sine, and the sine goes to the x-axis, becomes cosine. So sine pi over 2, or pi over 2 in general, it changed the arc from sine to cosine, simply, from cosine to sine, and from tangent to cotangent. Why all of them are positive? Because it's pi over 2 minus theta, so we are in all portion. The difference here is, let's first, the cosine will become sine, the sine becomes cosine, and the tangent becomes cotangent, right? What happens here is pi over 2 plus theta. So I am in the sine portion. This means the sine will be positive, and the cosine and the tangent will be negative, and the cosine will be negative. Okay, those are very important to know. Something else, if we still have time, yeah, we still have time. I think so. Let me do something very important. Okay, how can we know the angles? Before doing, I will do the angles, but the particular angles. But let's start with those, if we can have a way to know them or to memorize them without taking that much time, right? Let's start with sine. We always have to start with sine, then cosine, and then tangent, right? So sine 0 degrees is the first particular angle. 0 degree is the first particular angle. Let me put alpha here or theta. Theta here, which is 0 degrees, right? Then we have 30 degrees, which is pi over, right? Pi over 6. And then 45 degrees, those are the particular angles, pi over 4. 60 degrees, pi over 3. 90 degrees, pi over 2. 135 degrees, 120 degrees first, right? 135 degrees, 180 degrees, 150 degrees, let's take, right? 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and 360 degrees. Okay, so let's do some particular angles: 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, 120, 135, 150, 180, 270, and 360 degrees. Simply to do so, look what we have to do. All right, let me start from here. Remember, sine should be first, right? Let me change the color. Okay, let me start. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Radical, all of them, divided by 2, and we're almost done from all the table. We are almost done from all the table. Radical 0 is 0, divided by 2, it's 0. Radical 1, it's 1, divided by 2. Radical 2 over 2. Radical 3 over 2. Radical 4, it's 2, divided by 2, it's 1. We change them. Radical 2 over 2, it's in the middle, we leave it. 1 goes here, 0 goes there. Radical 3 over 2 and half. Tangent, for sure, it is what? It is sine divided by cosine. So 0 divided by 1 is 0. 1 over 2 over radical 3 over 2, it's 1 over radical 3. By rationalizing it, it's radical 3 over 3. Every number, radical 2 over radical 2 over 2 divided by itself is equal to 1. Radical 3 over 2 over half, it's radical 3. 1 divided by 0, it's not defined. That's great. Now, how can we continue the table? It is simple. Simply, we will have this one here. Let it be the middle, and we go backwards. So it will be radical 3 over 2, radical 2 over 2, half, and 0. The same for cosine. So 0 will be the middle, right? And we go backwards. Half, radical 2 over 2, radical 3 over 2, and 1. But we have to be careful here, because we are in which portion? Those are in which portion? From 120 to 135 to 150 are in that second portion, right? In the second portion, in S. So the sine is positive while the cosine is negative, right? So even here, because cosine 180, we said that before in the previous video, cosine 180 degrees, this means it goes to the negative sense, negative 1 radian, this means negative 1. Tangent is simply sine divided by cosine, so it's minus radical 3 minus 1 minus radical 3 divided by 3, right? And 0 divided by number is equal to 0. Okay, and I think so that's it, right? That's it. We still have How much is that?